What's up, guys? I'm Isaac at Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson here in Raleigh, North Carolina with your pre-owned bike of the week, a 2017 Softail Breakout. Now this is quite the beautifully done bike in this crushed ice white denim paint job all over on it. And then a couple other features were added on to really customize this bike to make it stand out and make it the work of art that it is today. So you've got this black and white BMC Corbin seat, you've got these pointed mirrors, HD grips, pegs, a few little skull features such as the valve stem cover and the brake pad. You've got these nice mini 8 bars, braided cables, this nice matching backrest, as well as a little luggage rack on the back. And to help clean up the rear out here, you do have that integrated license plate turn signal brake light combination right there. So you can still see the lights pretty well, and it just cleans up the whole rear fender. Now, as far as performance on this bike goes, you are working with the 103 twin cam. They went ahead and did a full Vance and Hines stage 1 kit on it. So you've got that Vance and Hines heavy breather, as well as the 2-to-1 Pro pipe on the end. This motorcycle is going into a 6-speed transmission as well, and it's just going to be an awesome ride for both the rider as well as the passenger. And not only is this bike going to look good being seen, but you're also going to see very well on it as well with that bright LED headlight up in the front, as well as the LED turn signals and brake lights all together. Now, a lot of people love the look of the Softail Breakouts because primarily for that larger raked front wheel. So you've got a pretty beefy front wheel up in the front, and it's raked out a little bit more to give you that iconic, classic, old school look. And then when a lot of people think of your stereotypical motorcycle, the Breakout is really what pops into mind. And then especially this one with that gorgeous white, black, and sharper edges. Now, the performance of the Breakouts has never been questioned because it's hard to argue with the 103 twin cam. However, what a lot of people have concerns with is the handling on these bikes. They say these bikes really are just with that larger front end a little bit further out there and just that larger wheelbase. A lot of people say that it doesn't really handle as well as one they might like. So what we're going to do today is we're going to ride this bike to go ahead and show you just how great this bike is, how comfortable it is, how well it handles, but most importantly, we're going to talk about just how well this Breakout maneuvers and just how well it handles. And one other feature this bike does have to help your comfort a little bit is that it does have upgraded Fox suspension under the rear with adjustable air shocks. So you can actually raise or lower the height of the rear on this bike. And right now it's raised up as high as it can, just so that way we can lean it just a little bit harder. So with that said, let's go ahead and throw a leg over this thing and start riding it. All right, what's up, guys? So today we have the 2017 Softail Breakout. We're gonna ride it and show you guys just how cool these things handle and just how well they run. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go run it down, nice little lap around Raleigh, and just kind of show it off, see how well it does on everything. So it does have that Vance and Hines pipe. Big fan of it. It sounds pretty good. And then you've got all that performance of the 2-to-1 here. So far as braking power goes, it's got excellent braking power. It does only have the single rotor up on the front, but it looks a little nicer that way. And it's got the ABS braking as well. So awesome performance there. Let's see. Any other fun features? It does have does have electronic cruise control, so that's huge. So ABS, cruise control, air ride, tons of fun stuff on this thing. So let's go ahead and crank it up. Let's you guys see how this thing sounds. Also, the little keyless entry, and you'll see it has right at 6,300 miles on it. So crank it up for you guys. Ooh, that sounds good. So, alrighty, let you guys hear this right quick. And I'll tell you guys, this thing is pumping out air. I mean, when I was standing behind it, I was feeling air way on back here. I mean, I'm getting little bursts of it right here. So, I mean, it is kicking it out. So if it kicks out power like it's kicking out air, this is going to be a good ride. So it does have that BMC Corbin seat with that nice little back wall. So that'll be a nice, easy little bit right there. That'll be pretty good. It also has the turn signals integrated into the LED headlights. That's super cool. I didn't see that until just a moment ago. Yeah, let's see if we forget anything. Yeah, let's go ahead and send it on our way, why don't we? So, cool. So, throw a leg on over this thing. Alrighty. So, nice firm seat. It does have that kickstand, pretty iconic, the Breakouts at least. Pretty simple, it works. So, alrighty. So, with further ado, pop this thing on. So give it a run. Oh yeah. honestly, I saw these bars and I kind of wasn't sure how comfortable it would be, but as low as this bike is, bars aren't bad at all. And that twin cam power, smooth, easy transmission. Oh yeah. She's rolling. So let's see. It takes a little bit more effort to kind of send it on its way, but for the look of this bike, it's a good trade-off. Let's see here. Throw that turn signal on. Ooh, rumble, rumble. That pipe sounds good. This thing's awesome. This thing's got good speed. Let's see what that suspension's like. Wow, that's actually really good. Wow, that's oh no, we're doing it again. We're liking the bike too much. Oh, you hear that little pop. Like it's the good amount of pop. Not so much pop that somebody needs to go in there with a tuner, but it's that what it's made to do. So this bike is pretty low, I will say. Pretty low onto the ground, but it's good. It's sort of designed like that, so that way you really feel like you're in the bike, so to speak. So that way, you know, it's really kind of supposed to be set up kind of like a drag bike, because the Breakout, to my understanding, was kind of the replacement to the V-Rod, so people still wanted to drag kind of bike, and so they went away with the liquid cooled and all that kind of stuff and went with you know, still a raked out front end, but something a little bit more old school look. So let's see what we got. We got good power, I can tell you that. Kind of disappointed that I put a couple miles on this thing, because it was right at 6,300 miles on it. So it's broken in. Still got tons of life on her. Let's see, let's roll through this yield right here. Let's see, lean in. She's doing good. She's doing good. I'd prefer to avoid passing on the right. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. We got power, I can tell you that. Mirrors are a little bit more decorative than anything. So, but you can turn your head on it, be just all right. Oh yeah, this is good right here. It's honestly a very comfortable position. I mean, these bars, at least for me, about a 5'10" rider. I mean, these are, my arms are at a really good height. And if I was building out my own Breakout, I'd probably go something lower, so I'd be more leaning forward. But so far as comfort goes, this bike has it. You know, it's nice forward controls. My legs are about as far out as I'd like to be, but you can party with this bike. It's got excellent braking power all the way around on it, so that's really good. Rolls really well, shifts really well. Oh yeah, very well balanced. It is a 17, so it was kind of one of the last years there of the twin cam. Well, 17 was the last year of the twin cam. RIP. But it's got so it's not on that Milwaukee 8 Softail platform, so you would be a little bit more limited to what you could do to this bike. But it's oh, okay. You are a little bit more limited to what you can do to this bike, but I mean, when you have this one, like, there's so much you could do to it already. I mean, so much is already done to it. Also, it took that turn right there like perfectly. So yeah, this thing's not bad at all. I mean, it's bad, you know what I'm saying, but it's not bad as in a bad time. It is all good times right here. Let's see. Nice smooth landing. All right, let's cycle through and see what we can do. All right, so we have miles on the bike. Trip A, Trip B. Fuel range, excellent. Is there a fuel gauge? Don't see a fuel gauge. Oh yeah. Saw the cage in the back of the Subaru there and thought it was a undercover cop car for a second, and got very concerned that RPD was rolling through with undercover Outbacks, but it's just a dog cage back there. So, oh yeah, we can party with this thing all day. That at all. It's honestly just so smooth, and I really like that they did the same trim all the way around on this bike, so far as like the controls go. So you have the I can't remember exactly which kind it is, but it's the Harley-Davidson. They are the Harley-Davidson ones, but it's the same ones. So you have the same grips as well as the pegs and the shift knob over there. They went with the skull brake pad over there. Party with it. And then slightly different levers here, just to give it kind of match the mirrors a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I mean, you gotta take turns a little bit slower and just be conscious of it, but good power, good pull. Getting on a breakout and forgetting how to act out here. I will say the Breakout is a very fitting name for this bike. So, because it breaks out. Breaks away, more like. How about that? Also, speaking of breaking away from the norm, well, we'll circle back to that in a little bit. We got to talk about our gorgeous scenery out here today. Out here and right by Lake Johnson. So now that you've done the highway racing, let's talk about the nice scenic cruising. So is it a good Sunday drive kind of bike? As we're on the Sunday drive simulator section of the road. So do a nice little pass through here. I think I can see RPMs on this. Ah, yes you can. Gear RPMs. So, oh yeah, just cruising right on. Easy does it. Drop it down a little bit, get a little more full wave power. So, can she lean in the turn? these mirrors are like just the bare minimum of what you need, but they work. They work pretty well, actually. Somehow that little dip is just perfect. Let's see. I don't see brake lights on that car, so it must not be a brake. No stoplight today. Alrighty. Oh yeah, we're just kind of getting lost in the sauce on this guy today. Digging it. Make sure I don't miss my turn up here. Yeah, so far as our curve feedback we just got back there, it's very you can drive on it. It handles pretty well. I mean, it's just different. You know, you do have to put a little bit more work into it, so it's not an effortless, just kind of like, you know, waves, just drop it on in and send it like some of the, like all the newer Milwaukee 8 platforms. But it handles pretty well. It's just a little bit different. That's the only thing. But if you want to party with this little bit longer wheelbase and you just are in love with this look, then you can party with this bike very, very well. So it's just something that's going to take a little bit more getting used to. You might have to, especially if you're coming from a sport bike or a Sportster, and you're coming from something with a much shorter wheelbase and something that's known for its nice handling. You have to readjust. So yeah, we had to take that turn pretty short there. We had to take it pretty slow to be able to handle the barrel. That did just fine. So, oh yeah. So pretty much how I feel like you've got to kind of ride this bike to really get the most out of it is, you know, something like this, do a nice easy cruise. So if you're not somebody that really likes going into the turns hard and fast, then you wouldn't have any issues on this bike. But if you are somebody that's trying to scrape pegs, well, or scrape exhaust and primary, then this bike, then you can do that very well on this bike, but probably a little bit quicker than you would prefer. Oh, this is the first time that I've gotten right behind a car going down this street. Big fan of this brake pipe though. It's got a good sound. But Vance and Hines and twin cams they just go together very well. Obviously, there are pipes that are going to give you a sound that you might think is a little bit better, and then definitely some that are going to give you better performance. But so far, it's just simple motorcycle, good sound, goes well. Let's see. So, yes, but so far as like the kind of riding you have to that this motorcycle is going to do best with, it's just easy, nice little rides down the drag, you know, kind of Sunday afternoon, taking some nice turns, nice a little bit slower. But then if you gotta get on it, you can. So you gotta show some people what's up, certainly do that. You want to tour with it, it's got a 6th gear, so it'll be able to handle that easy cruising down the interstate pretty well, if that's what you have to do. Which, you know, I'm all about, you know, taking the scenic route and that kind of thing, but sometimes, you know, you just got to get somewhere the fastest way, and the interstate is 9 times out of 10 going to be a lot of times it's going to be the quickest route to take. And so, you know, like it or not, you'll probably have to do some interstate riding. And if it means you know, 3 hours of interstate riding to get to the mountains, or somewhere where I'm really trying to get some more really good riding in, you know, I'll do that. You know, I'll suffer for a couple hours out there to be able to get where I really want to be quicker, you know. So, but like we were saying, you know, breaking away from the norm. Well, hey, this bike probably, people are like, wow, that bike looks good. As we were leaving, my man was saying like, wow, like that's a cool looking bike right there. I was like, yes sir, it is. Because this, when people think motorcycle, or when they see this, they think motorcycle, and they're like, wow, that's cool. So it's something you gotta take, you know, take them easy on the turns. But then when you get to the straightaways, you can catch up with everybody else. No worries there. So let's see. So it doesn't really seem, I don't think there's a fuel gauge on this bike, so that is one unfortunate piece. You do have the fuel range though, so that you can work out pretty well with that. And you have your light indicator up here, as well as your your fuel gauge, your engine light, your battery, the more hazardous ones down here at the bottom. But you can cycle through everything right down there. Let's see, finish circling through. Yeah, gear RPM in the back to the miles. Okay, cool. Let's put it back on that. Yeah, so nice foot controls there. Maybe this bike's bigger and low enough that we can get this light. Yeah, you just gotta take it a little bit slower. Then you can get on it. And, you know, we rode the Breakout, or the, pardon me, we rode the V-Rod a couple weeks ago, and, you know, that one pulls pretty hard, but if you work hard on this bike, you can keep up with this, guys. So, but like I was saying, the breakaway, so typically we'd be wearing our Harley-Davidson gloves, but we're trying out some new Thrashing Supply gloves, seeing what they do. But since we're not wearing our Harley gloves, I will show off these fancy Harley-Davidson shoes. So since we're in the nice little summer weather, give these shoes a plug. Big fan of them. They're definitely not as hot as boots. They feel a nice little breeze in every now and then. And they're really, they're kind of set up like Vans almost. But so far as like the bottom of them, got some nice rubber on them, so they grip rubber pegs really well, and they're very grippy on the bottom. So you've got you can really kind of hold on to the pegs a little bit better with them, I've noticed. And then especially if you're on the floor, it might be a little bit slicker. Kind of hold on to it a little bit better. So it's very nice. Very happy with that. Pardon us, sir. Yeah. So now a little downhill deceleration. Oh, that is a sexy Cherokee right there. Oh, those old Jeep Cherokees, the old XJs, always have a soft spot for them. Yeah, nice little engine brake. Come to a stop. Traffic looks good. Go ahead and send it up the hill here. I'm not gonna gun it as soon as this guy. It'd be rude for us to really get on the throttle right as this man starts walking across. Might not appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, please don't let me get hit by a Scion. There's somebody his music bumping. I think that Volvo. Yeah, people love this bike. They're like, wow, that's a cool bike. It's like, yeah, it is. Not the Ohio Scion. Scion. Some scallops. Ooh. Sounds delicious. Right here by Papa John's, too. Never ride hungry, folks. Don't do it. Then you might be taking the ride and review out to the Papa John's. Unfortunately, the old Liberty is beside us now, so. Take this nice and slow. Excellent. Beautiful. Nice little pull away, get ahead of everybody. Get to the safety zone up here. Let's see. Man, she's got good pull. Very happy. Oh, it's got the cruise control too. That's another fun feature to talk about. I believe this one, just press the button, you see the orange light turn on down there, and I see brake lights. I'm not going to set it quite yet. Let's get to somewhere I can set it, and then it's just like normal cruise control in a car. You press down to set, and then once it's set, you can go up and we're down. You kind of adjust your speed, so you don't have to touch the throttle again. So let's see. So we're going to sit right here, set it. You'll see it turn to green, and off the throttle. So that's the beauty of throttle by wires and electronic cruise control, that you've got that right there. So, plenty good, plenty good. So then if you wanted to get back on it, what I like doing is I like to kind of get my hand back on the throttle and get it about in the position it would be in, and then I just cut it off. That's just kind of what's worked for me. You can kind of like tap a brake, but the biggest thing I like to do is make sure that I've got I have the throttle open to about where I want to be before I cut it off or disengage it, just so that way it's not like a harsh like roll off. I can kind of take control back in my hands there. Our Mr. Ohio is coming with us. He saw how good this bike was and was like, wow, I gotta go get me one of those. Actually gorgeous weather out here today. It's very it almost feels more like spring than summer out here today. Maybe it's just because it's not as hot today as it's been, but I'm sitting here at a stoplight and I'm not dying, so I'll take that. I will take that for sure. Up. Now this turn will be one that we have to take a little bit easier. Not too bad, not too bad. Bring it in right through the front door here. Normally I like to kind of let it go off a little bit. Ooh, I see the turbo Dynas here. That one's always a pleasure to watch right there. So we'll go open the door for ourselves here in just a second. But that is the 2017 Softail Lowrider. So gorgeous color here, tons of fun, pretty easy to ride, all things considered. My final take on it is it's not a bad bike to ride. You know, it just takes a little bit of adjustment and you will have to ride it a little bit slower, but other than that, it's not bad at all. You'll be able to ride it no problem. So be sure to stop by here at the Back Road Harley-Davidson. Come see this bike for yourself, take it on a test ride, and then go take it home. So that being said, we hope to ride safe and we hope to see you out here sometime soon.